Entering menu narration pop-up. Do you want menu narration? No, turn off.
There's something in the air. From Friday nights to Saturday lights.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expecting to see Cam Ward just light it up. Very pedestrian day for the Hurricanes. Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground. They were more physical. It's exactly what Mario Cristobal wants this football team to be. Can Florida State match physicality today in the trenches?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Back to throw, it's back. Got his man in the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Canes in the hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Runs through the tackle, and he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Here's the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, he could not protect him well enough.
Punt is in the air. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So the Florida State Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
The give is to Williams.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's lost. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Lost a throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The lone back's got it. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Under fire. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Looking to throw, it's back. Quickly complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Got his man.
This quarterback right now is an improve, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easy.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Rides to back and leaves it. Here's the seam wide open. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. He's looking to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, on third down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Knowles are moving. Down the field. Quarterback on the keep.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Fires to the middle. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
They'll go to the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Dropping back, it's back. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Canes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's him in stride inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down, down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
On the direct snap, it's Lucas. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football. 4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Now the play fake. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking downfield, it's Beck. On target over the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They punted away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Now on the option. Now the toss. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking for a gap. It's Lucas. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Got a man. It's Daniels. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. They'll try to power their way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to...
He's going for it all. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open.
Going up top. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Castellanos. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Canes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Using the quick game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
The stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit the half. So let's say it. Mental errors have led to turnovers and sloppy penalties. Both teams have left points on the field, and as a result, we are where we are. The offensive coordinators on each side are rethinking their approaches for the second half.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll get rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Gets the back moving. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback will keep it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but maybe they'll keep the offense off the field. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet it is.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Creates a little room. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bauman. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points. And
there he goes! He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, please.
Hold on.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. And the Seminoles are on the move. To throw, it's Castellanos. He's looking deep. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Seminoles!
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. They run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an...
Purdy on the Jets. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Back to pass, it's Beck. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bauman. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. A 1st down for the offense. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
To the air on 2nd down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete downfield. Good pickup here as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. They'll operate out of split backs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That fumble in crust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, no! And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking for a man. It's back. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Hunt is on its way. Now on the return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Most of the time, the old halftime speech, halftime adjustments thing way overhyped. Whatever changed has flat worked for these guys. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knowles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Lucas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. interception. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Using his legs, it's Lucas. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads. You could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Power football with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
Slings it downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Fast completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fletcher. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. Another ball is knocked free. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pittman. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down for 38.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
He's got it down the left side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on fourth down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge fourth down conversion late in this football game.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think...
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That was such a risky call with the lead late in the game to go for it on fourth down. That could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's back. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on second down.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down, late in the game, I need to force some plays, Palmer, probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink-and-dunk throws? Have at it. Because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Trucks through the defender. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's a run. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, what...
He's loose. Running through contact. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's back. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Making side adjustments here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Daniels. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a no passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Castellanos. He lets one fly deep. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.